Time now to check out the latest motorcycle from German bike builder BMW, the F650CS. According to BMW, the CS stands for City Street because the target end user is supposed to be a young modern city dweller looking for a versatile, flexible all-rounder. We think CS stands for Cool Standard. That's because we feel that what you see before you may well be one of the boldest styling expressions we've seen in many years. From the single-sided swing arm with belt final drive to the modular storage area located under what normally passes for a gas tank. Actually, the fuel cell is located under the seat and sits next to BMW's tried and true 652cc liquid-cooled fuel-injected single. The CS comes standard with heated grips, tank bag, and luggage rack, while our tester on the day arrived with optional ABS brakes. So how does the CS work? Well, after spending a day recently canyon riding just north of Los Angeles, my riding partner Colin Fraser dubbed the F650CS the swingin' single. Well, Colin, here we are in beautiful sunny Southern California, and I don't think BMW could pick a better place to launch this motorcycle, the F650CS. City sport, your very first impression, what did you think?
Well, the first impression of this motorcycle always has to do with the styling because it's so different. It has a sort of unified urban design. It's very modern, but my first impression riding it was extremely favorable. It is a really solid, for a new idea, first time out of the box, I haven't really seen anything I'd change on this motorcycle.
Well, we spent yesterday in Hollywood, the land of the beautiful people, and I think this bike is a beautiful bike and it fit right in with them. The first thing we have to talk about is this piece of work here. Your eye is drawn to this motorcycle. It comes in many shapes and forms in terms of what BMW puts in here. Your bike has soft luggage. My bike came with the hard case. What do you think of this?
Well, I think to start with, what's interesting is there is a cavity here. This is an accessory, this little lockable box you have. The fuel tank, of course, is here, which opens this space up. So there's these translucent grab rails. There's actually a spot in here that fits a variety of options. On that one over there, there's a tank bag. The bike actually comes with that tank bag, which makes it very useful. I've been using the map pouch the whole time. And then, of course, these accents can be changed. There's some options that way, too. So it's more like a car than a motorcycle that way, and it's a nice way to kind of make your bike your own without in any way hindering the versatility.
Now the motor, it's interesting itself. It's fuel injected, liquid cooled, 650cc single, and it's got a lot of get up and go.
This bike is just about flawless. From below 3,000 RPM, even under heavy load, you can be a gear off and it doesn't even chug, it just pulls right through. Yeah. It doesn't run out of breath up high the way almost all singles do, even high performance ones. It'll go right up to the rev limiter before you even notice that you're that high. It's flexible, it's fun to ride. This one is very well set up, runs well, and you know, jetting or fuel delivery is such a big issue with these sorts of bikes, and the fuel injection works great.
Running gear, you've got that single-sided swing arm with the belt drive. It's very unique, belt drive on a bike like this.
And I think it looks great. The swing arm is really pretty in my opinion. It's got good forks, you know, Brembo brakes, you can't fault that. It's a good master cylinder size, good brake feel, very powerful. It's a lot of fun to ride hard.
It handles very well and it stops well. The brakes never faded, good feel as you mentioned. And comfortable. Let's talk about that. BMW has designed this bike specifically to have a low seat height, but myself, 6 feet tall. I found this a very comfortable bike to ride.
BMW are famous for their ergonomics, for the way things are laid out, the thought that goes into it. This motorcycle, you know, the fuel tank is actually down here. This is body work, but no gas in there. So the weight is very low. Of course, a single like this, mass centralization is one of its strong points. These bars are fairly wide and far forward. You're sitting straight up and down. You've got good leverage. Not only is the bike light, it feels light.
Yeah.
So it's maneuverable, pushing it around or riding it at low speed. It's not intimidating. Even for somebody with a lot of experience, it's a real pleasure to ride this bike.
Well, thank you very much for joining me here in Southern California, Colin. We got a couple more hours. Let's get out there.